Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Marvel Monday live stream, because we just can't stop, Zach. We're playing some Crisis Protocol today, and then we're also going to hopefully close it out with some Marvel Champions. We've got some ideas there. But for Crisis Protocol today, what we wanted to look at was if last time we were kind of looking at a little bit more of a tactical breakdown on the move-by-move basis, what happens if we actually play it like we probably would play it, which is just doing the moves that we want to do and hoping that it works out for the best. So we're basically going to see how fast, kind of a normal game of casual Crisis Protocol can go whenever two players are trying their hardest not to think terribly much about the impact of their moves. What do you think, Zach?
Well, particularly last week, if you missed it, we did a 4-hour gameplay video, and part of why that was 4 hours is that, game length I think is expected to be 1 to 2 hours of Crisis Protocol, but we literally stopped at every move, talked about what we were thinking, talked about what we could do, what would be good to do. There were a couple times where we talked it through and one of us would switch our decision. So if you missed that game and you're looking for like incredibly in-depth, step-by-step on how to play this game and what's going on, that's a pretty good example of that. And this, again, is the opposite. So a few updates that we made. One, we're playing two different, and we're going to run through this pretty quick to see how fast we can do this. The two scenarios that got built were the Skrulls infiltrate world leadership, which are the 3 tokens. I don't even know. It's not horizontal or vertical, depending on which way.
Yeah, depending on the camera. So this is just 3 agents in the field. When we walk up to these objectives, we'll roll 2 dice. If any of them come up as critical symbols, then the person discovering that token will get the actual scroll agent, and then we'll hold on to them, and they will run around at small movement. And if they end the cleanup phase with that agent, they will get 2 victory points, and they will stay in control.
Yeah.
So it kind of becomes a game of chicken and steal the bacon is one that we used to play at old Chelsea High PE middle school.
And one thing we learned, right, is that combat is not everything in this game.
Yes.
So this actually puts a target on whoever is holding that because you need to daze them in order to get that agent.
The other interesting thing about that is we also have this, like we did last time, the gamma waves scenario, where basically if you imagine a rectangle in the middle of the board with these 3 tokens, anything outside of that rectangle is going to take a damage. So if you're running away with that agent, you're also going to start taking damage. So it kind of organically is going to take care of itself in getting that whoever's holding the agent weakened,
because
right?
if you get the agent, you naturally want to go far away. But if you go far away, you're going to at least be taking 1 damage around.
And if it lasts 6 turns, you're definitely going to get knocked out at the end. So maybe it'll work out.
And that's the Gamma Wave sweeps across Midwest Crisis card that came in the Hulk expansion pack. So I'm also using a couple. Last time I used Hulk as well, and I used a couple of his cards, and I think I'm using both of the other ones in my Crisis cards this time, Anger Management particularly. And I think Anger Management is the only one I didn't use.
What does Anger Management do?
Avengers. So I have the Avengers affiliation because half or more of my team is Avengers. Any non-Hulk Avenger character within 3 of an allied Hulk may spend up to 5 energy to play this card. The allied Hulk suffers damage equal to the power spent and gains that much power.
Oh, wow.
So Cap could spend 4, I do 4 damage to Hulk, and I gain 4 power.
That's cool. So it becomes a power sponge.
Yeah.
I get it. So we're also playing with 15 points each. This is the smallest game that we've seen from the Hulk expansion. Do you happen to know if MODOK brought any weird...
I think he brought one of the red Crisis cards.
Was it 17 or 15?
But I don't know the point cost.
Okay. So we're playing at 15, so a little bit downscaled. I'm bringing 4 models. Zach's only bringing 3 because Hulk kind of counts as 2. And we're going to see what kind of a scaled down version of the game looks like as well. And I think that's about it. Another special thanks to Atomic Mass for providing the models. You can see one of these core set terrain spreads has been unpainted, so it's obvious what a help it is when it is painted, when you get it. And then also the Hulk model and everything you see here was painted by them in some capacity, so thanks there. And then if you want to get expansions for the game, we have a subscription service that does that. So one of the things we love about expandable games is that they have expansions that change things over time. If you just want to get 1 of every copy or 2 of every copy of everything that comes out, you can start a subscription and make that happen. You can find that on our website.
And important to note, there's a character pack subscription, a terrain pack subscription, and a mat subscription.
Yep.
A lot of people were asking questions even before we started on the chat about when the next wave is coming out. It has Venom and all the Wakanda models in it, apparently. We don't know, but the one thing we do know is if you sign up for a subscription, you'll automatically get all of it. It's part of why it was built.
It's a good system.
You ready to dive in?
I'm ready to dive in. So we start off, we determine priority. What do we roll? 5 dice, I believe, and more positives, the better.
That's right. And then if there's a tie, it goes to the person with the most crits.
All right, so I've got 3.
2 crits, 3 blanks.
3, so I will take priority, which means I will go first. Do we have like a marker? Do they technically have a marker for that?
There is. It's in the bag, but
it's me. I've got priority. And then everybody gets a power at the start of the turn.
Did it.
We don't have anything that matters on these that would happen at the power phase, which is what this is. And now we will start making some moves. I'm going to start with my favorite move of all.
Does it rhyme with crossbones?
It rhymes with crossbones, and it's a advance and advance.
Just right up the center.
And then I believe I'm within one of that.
Definitely.
Definitely within one of that, which means I can interact with it.
And interactions are not actions.
They're not actions. So let's spend a power, let's roll 2 dice and see if I can grab that agent and just kick things off in epic fashion. Cannot.
No agent for you.
No agent here. And I don't believe that, I don't think you move it or anything. If there's a crit, you pick it up and remove all decoys from the battlefield. Otherwise, no. You just stay there. So I think I can just keep attempting that over time. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yep. All right, I got to go. And again, that was quick, right?
Yeah.
You just did your thing. We didn't talk about everything.
Feels crossbonesy.
Oh, man. Let's do this. I'm going.
Also, I am on chat now because I got it on my phone. So,
So
get ready to interact with me.
I'm not great at doing more than one thing at once. So me having the chat over here is really not smart. But I'm glad you have it. I'm glad you're ready to go. All right, I'm going to go with, let's just go with Cap.
You know, I remember a rule. You can only interact once per turn per your activation with the same objective. Do you remember that in the
makes
rules?
sense.
I think that makes sense, right?
Because
You
if
can't
not, you
just
can just keep rolling the dice. We'll actually go with Iron Man. So he's got a medium movement. I'm going to follow suit. And then he's going to come around here. Watch out for Doc Ock.
Oh, you're not going to shoot me, huh? Good.
No, this is an objectives game.
It really, you learn that more and more, don't you? Like all of my cards here have nothing to do with like attacks. It's all throwing things and
movement
grabbing
and
things
energy gaining.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll spend a power to interact. I roll 2. I need a crit.
You need a crit, yeah.
Let's see who picks up that agent.
Oh,
nailed it.
Iron Man's got it.
All right, so I'm going to take the token. The other go away.
All of them are gone.
And Iron Man has it. So a few things here worth noting while we're here.
Here, flip it over so we get to actually see the
agent. Civilian. The speed of my character is now small.
Yeah.
And if I have that during the cleanup phase, I get 2 points. Well, dogpile on Iron Man, you know what I mean? That's what I always say.
All right, you got check marks there?
Oh, yeah, let me get my check marks. Surprisingly helpful little... I wouldn't have thought. I saw that check mark token, I was like, why? Like, just tap the card. But actually being able to visually see the board and know what's gone is super important.
Yeah. Okay, so now I need to think about what I'm going to do with Iron Man. I don't know that I can get in there, but I'm sure going to try. It's like all hands on Iron Man now. So Doc Ock is going to make a move, starting with a medium. And then I'm going to try to get within 3, and I don't think there's any way I can do that. Okay, there's a first move. Second move, I'm not going to be able to get there, so I kind of have to, I'm kind of going to set up a screen here.
It's really the gamma wave sweeps across Midwest scenario.
And is that within 2? So hold on, let me make sure that I'm... So like I can just do this, right? And kind of get an idea of where that box
100%.
is.
Yep.
All right. So hopefully I can.
One of the rules is that you can only have one template on the table at a time. So, but you're clearly within. Over time too, you'll know how far those are.
All right.
Undoubtedly.
Done. 2 moves.
Mm-hmm. All right, mine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with El Capitan. Let me make sure there's no cards here I really want to play.
Yeah, I know. We got to get back into that idea. Okay.
I mean, I really just don't want to give you power. It's a weird thing here.
I know that interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, well, then you can do good things.
Right.
If we just pillow talk for the first 3 rounds, then nobody can do a superpower.
I love that you had a term at the ready for that. Jiminy Christmas.
Came right out of the brain there.
You know what? Yeah, let's do it. All right, Cap's going to go. He's going to hop down off this car. All is going according to my plan. So, it's pretty simple, but Iron Man has his invincible Iron Man ability. Mm-hmm. When he would take damage, he reduces it by 1. So, I wanted, ideally, him to pick up the agent, because he's hard to hit. But then, if I need to, I can also protect him with Cap.
Yeah.
That's kind of my macro. And then Hulk's going to go around smashing. So
of course he is.
Get ready for that. You're up.
All right, so Hulk's going to be your bruiser, huh?
Oh, also, the MODOK Crisis card is 20 points.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Makes sense.
That does make sense. So I've got a 3 terrain here, and I'm looking at Baron Zemo, who is a 2 size, so I would have to actually climb up this terrain, which I don't want to waste speed on.
Yeah, or go around it.
Or go around it. So
Long movement. He can get there.
let's go here.
The thing I was thinking about, by the way, that I was like, I have to be real careful because, like, if I send all my models to the middle and then you sneak someone back here,
That's my point. That's my plan.
I cannot allow it.
And then let's see if you just want to get Froggy with. Let's see if you want to get Froggy with Zemo there. See what Hulk wants to do. I'll send a sacrifice your way. It's the old Queen's Gambit. All right, Baron.
Oh, wait. Hulk actually gets +2 power.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna go smash you for power, and I was like, that's not how that works. All right, mine.
All you.
You have what? You have Red Skull left?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Red Skull on the. It's interesting because, like, I don't know. Do you stick there? It's interesting. So I gave you the chance to stick here and still attack, which I think is reasonably good for you. Or you could just try to go punt it up the middle. Because Red Skull, I guess, could also do a double move and contest the middle.
Yeah, because Hulk could, as an example, either move or I could use my Gamma Leap to hop here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually have 2 actions left. So then I could, like, strike you twice.
Punch.
Which is a lot.
You start to realize if you really think about it, like if you really want to do it, you can almost just take a model off the table, especially with Hulk. Like if you get 2 solid attacks, it's like, I'm only rolling, 3 dice on defense.
Yeah, that's not much. So let's have a good time. I was thinking about passing because I know you can do some movement shenanigans.
I can do that, yeah.
So I didn't want it, but if Hulk, as long as Hulk's protecting this objective, then I don't need to pass as much, you know.
Will Lewis says it's actually one of each type of tool at a time. Is that true, you think? That changes the game. Yeah. Frank the Gangsta on Twitch says, just played my first game last night. So fun. That's good to hear. Hi, Steven. Hi. Nathan asked if you had to choose your top 3 characters, power level, theme, etc. from the game, who would they be and why? I'll answer that while you go.
All right, I'm going to Gamma Leap.
I've got all 3 of them. Crossbones, Baron, and Doc Ock.
Cost me -1 because Hulk's awesome. Yeah, because of Cap's ability.
I love movement in games. Yeah. So I love Baron. I like Crossbones' move towards you ability. I like his toughness and just like basic villainness. Not fancy. I don't like fancy models.
Well, they hit it home for you. Home run.
And Doc Ock with the scientific hubris. I love like passive abilities that just give me good things.
You gave me 2 of those dice back.
Did you give me 2 dice?
All right, Hulk's gonna strike. He's got a 6 physical. If I have a wild, I can, before I do damage, push you a small away if I want, but I'm just gonna swing.
Okay, that's fine. 3 defense on Baron coming up.
All right, so hit, crit, and then I'll explode. Do I explode first, technically?
All blanks. But I've got Strategic Genius, don't worry.
All right, nothing. So hit, crit.
Ooh, got that wild. My Strategic Genius is hitting these days.
Hey, that's a notable moment. It actually provided value of some sort.
Okay, and then what do you got? So you've got 3 damage against me, -1, so I take 2.
That's right.
Now,
what's his stamina? 5?
Stamina's 5. Now tell me this. This is something I still don't fully recognize. When do I gain power for the... Do you have the breakdown of the rules? When do I gain this power and then trigger like a counter strike, which is after an attack is resolved? Would I have the power after the attack is resolved? Right? I have to have, right?
I assume you would, because the power happens when the damage happens.
Mm-hmm.
And
right,
that
like
has
instant,
to happen
right?
during the attack. So I think you could use your whatever.
That would make sense that he would always have the ability to, like, you know, counter strike.
Are you going to?
No, because I don't want to power Hulk up. That's the last thing I want to do. Are you crazy?
Ah, dang it. I was like, come on. Just do it. All right. Then I'll strike again, because I leaped. So
all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do Master Swordsman. When I'm the target of a physical attack, which is what you're doing, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I can re-roll any number of my attack or defense dice.
That seems good.
So we'll try to stay alive, basically. I can't get knocked out here.
3 hits and a crit, so I'll explode the crit.
Shot.
And a hit.
Okay, there's a critical. I guess I need to explode that first.
Yeah.
And then I can re-roll any number.
You didn't want to keep the block.
Oh, yeah, I did. I was looking for hits.
I was like, what are you doing?
Skull, and then I'll Strategic Genius this one. All right, so 2 blocks, and did you get me there?
I did not.
3.
So you hit for 3.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did get you.
Yeah, so
Just smash.
I'll gain 3, but it's at the end of the turn, so it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not awful.
And
Unless I
then
just do the same thing next round.
I'll take the old Daisy Walker. Okay, and then I've got Red Skull, Okay, now we've got some questions.
Justin A says, yeah, it's a single movement and range tool at the same time. So
Okay.
now we get to do a bit of geometry, I guess.
Okay, good. Okie dokie. What are you going to do, Red Skull? Do you have anything that you can do? Basically, we do 1 and 1, and then you do your thing.
I'm going to answer Nathan's question about top 3 while
Yeah,
you're thinking
please
about your
go.
life. So my favorite hero in general is Captain America, and I think they did a really good job showing him here. But I think the model I'm actually like most impressed by, and the one that I always kind of want to have on my team, is Spider-Man. He does so many like weird movement abilities that I think that's super powerful, as we were kind of talking about at the top. So I think they did a really good job capturing his feel of like kind of being squirrely and flying around and doing his thing. Even the Spidey sense, being able to reroll dice on defense, but only 2 of them, and he has a small number of defense dice, I think is pretty good. So Spidey kind of shot up to the top, and I love all the Avengers. I think they've done really good so far. So Black Widow's really cool, and Iron Man and Hulk. Really hard to complain at this point.
Okay, Red Skull's going to go up a medium and stay within 1 of life.
Like you do?
Yeah.
It's like we've done this before.
And then, this is the question, really. I could try for the, I don't think I could do the move. I wish that Cosmic Cube was in action. That would be so good if it wasn't in action.
If you can gain 3 power without spending an action?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
would be so good. Let's do a Cosmic Blast, 1 power, 4 range on Iron Man. So he can be the target. It does have a 5, it's an energy attack. It has 5 dice. And for every while that you lose a power, and then I gain that amount in my power. You don't have any, do you?
I don't.
Should I target, this is kind of one of those things. I either target Cap and drain power to keep him off of Bodyguard, or I attack Iron Man and just, I could do 5 damage here.
Do you drain the power after you give it to me from the damage?
Before damage is dealt.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really just right now acting as kind of a strike.
So that's kind of the downside of if you attack Cap, then I can...
You bodyguard for days.
Well, if you attack Iron Man, I can bodyguard, but if you attack Cap, yeah, I can power up, basically. I was thinking about bodyguarding as you were declaring Iron Man even, which is probably your ideal.
Just a wide open Iron Man.
Well, if you go Iron Man, at least force me to pay to shift it over to Cap.
Oh yeah, because you've got that Avengers ability, don't you?
Yeah, so you can take
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Then you can decide if that's what you like.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shift it over to Cap.
Okay. Cap coming in. And
He's also got the extra defense.
I don't think I have anything fancy. All right, so here is Red Skull. All right, so attack, 2 damage.
This is a energy attack?
Energy attack, yeah.
Wild and a block.
All right, so before damage is dealt, do you have any power?
No power.
You do not, and I'm not going to do any damage here, I don't think. Make sure they don't have any weird rerolls. I do not. All right, that's it. So then we go to the, we're done? Cleanup?
We're done. We're on cleanup.
All right, so you're going to get 2 for having the agent.
Okay.
And then we go back up to the power. I think that's when this all happens, right?
The gamma?
Yes. So then during the cleanup, each character not within 2 is going to suffer 1. Let's see, I believe that I will suffer 1 here, but it won't matter because I'm about to remove it all and come back to life.
That's right.
Then we go to the power phase, so everybody gets a power.
Hulk raging out now.
And then we remove any daze, stun, etc., which is me. So Zemo's coming up. We get all of our tactics out of here. And then now you have priority, right? Because I took the last activation.
Yes.
So it passes over to you?
That's right. And we still need to do the scoring from...
Oh, right on.
the
Just
other
1 and 1. Or you get 2, 3, I get 1?
Oh yeah, because Doc Ock's not. I can't see. I got the dumpster in the way.
And then I'll get 1. All right, so good turn for the Avengers.
Whew.
My Red Skull.
Well, yeah, I hit the crit on the picking up. Technically, if Crossbones had that agent,
it'd be really good. He's like a linebacker.
yeah, it would have been very down the line. Because I would, yeah. Anyways, all right. I have priority.
You got it.
You ready to rumble?
Yes.
Well, this is interesting.
It's the eternal like.
Oh, did you flip Zemo?
Oh no. Do you kill Hulk or not? Do you try to kill Hulk or not? I don't think I have the time with only 4 models. I mean, you got to think it's essentially like you spent 2 models focusing on Zemo. It's like, it's fine. Yeah. I think I'm just trying to survive.
I mean, you have to be ready to get hit. I don't know. I didn't have much better to do with Hulk. Like, he can only move so fast, so getting in there. So now I have to just kind of think about how to protect Iron Man most effectively.
Yeah, now we're playing a game of football, basically.
Yeah, it's
or American football, I should say.
Protect the guy holding the ball, dude. That'd be funny. I should make a little football to put on instead of the little objectives of actual football. All right, let's go with Iron Man. Cap's bodyguard ability is within 2, so I basically want to get Iron Man out of range of your attack, so you at least have to move. So he's going to move. Now, here's the new sweet tech.
Oh yeah, you get to use the template too.
Do that just to make sure we're golden. And then with his other action, I have to just really decide here.
Power me up, man. It's like a battery charger. Who does Iron Man want to power up today?
Who has the worst energy defense?
Energy defense has got to be Crossbones. He's a 2.
Yeah, I can't power him up though.
I'll get a move towards you, which is exactly what I'm looking for.
Exactly what I don't want. Zemo doesn't, right? And his counter strike is range 2.
Yeah, counter strike is range 2. It's got to be physical, I think, for that.
All right.
No, it does not, but it is within range.
Iron Man is just going to repulsor blast on.
This is relevant. Range 3. Within range 3, I get to counter strike you. Period. No energy demands, no nothing.
But the counter strike is the roll so many dice and for the
roll 4 dice, 1 for each critical and wild. So it's not an actual attack roll. It's just look for these results roll.
Do you get a strategic genius that?
No, I think it's just attacking. Let's look.
Because that would make that a really good ability.
It just says in there attack or defense rolls, which would be neither of those. Here's an example. I would do 2 damage to you.
Also counts wild?
Yeah. Wild and crit only.
No, not the hits.
Not the hits.
So it's only
or
1
the
and 4.
dodges.
That's not so bad. Sure. Iron on Zemo.
You know what's happening.
1 crit, so I'll explode it.
That's exactly what we wanted.
Hit and a crit.
1 defense. Let's get a reroll on Strategic Genius. Nothing. All right, so I will take 1.
All right, and when you do, I will get 1 energy from that. That was the...
I've spent my counter strike, so here comes 4 back at you. I need crits and wilds. And got 1 crit, so take your 1 damage.
Did I gain power from
that? I think, is it in any, no wait, we learned that it's not any time, didn't we?
It's not on my stuff. I know that much.
Let's see, chat, can you help us out here? Hi, Bilal. Do we need, do we take, anytime you take damage you get power, or is it just during attacks? I guess that's kind of the question. I guess that's ultimately the question. All right, what's next?
You know what's great?
What's that?
We're playing with 13 points.
Oh, we are? Well, look at us go. I like it. It's a gentleman's match.
We're both at 13, right?
Yeah, we are.
The true speed game.
Yeah, that's
hilarious.
I mean, I could maybe fit a Black Widow.
We both could Black Widow.
Either of us could have Black Widowed.
We'll just assume that Black Widow's gone.
Yeah, she's out of here.
We both made that mathematical error. That's kind of funny.
Minis games, man. Okay, so you took 1 with...
He said, yes, you gain power if it's an enemy effect.
Okay, cool.
All right, we'll believe you. Thank you, Scott. Scott Hughes.
All right, what's your defense generally? 4-3-3? That's annoying. Okay, and so you're off of that objective, so that's helpful, at least. Who do we want to go with now? Does Zemo need to get out of trouble?
I mean, he's in Hulk smash range.
Mm-hmm.
And I can actually Hulk smash.
Yes, you can. But he's got all this sweet power, which usually is a good sign.
I mean, another pretty valid thing to do is just go get Iron Man with it. It's like if I want to dogpile and get rid of Zemo, that's not your worst loss in the world.
It's not the worst. Especially injured things just don't hold objectives, like compared to anything.
Yeah.
It's just not enough. So I could essentially just kind of send this to Cap, but then you would have the power to continue bodyguarding. So do I want to try to clear Cap? Isn't that really the question we've got to ask here?
Dogpiling Cap?
Dude, Doc Ock is so good once he gets to 3 power. I love it so very much. Alrighty. Let's do Zemo in case I do get pounded by Hulk there. So he actually has an attack that is range 3, and so I'm there. So let's just do that. Let's start with a Steel Rush. So it's a 3 range. I'm going to target Iron Man. It is a 6-die physical attack. And if I get a wild, you will bleed.
That's the end of the activation. He takes 1?
Mm-hmm. And then after the attack is resolved, I can advance a medium movement. So So it's kind of interesting, because if you throw it at Cap, the bleed would actually do something. Does it happen at the cleanup, I think?
I think it's the end of their turn. Like if they activate and they don't clear the bleed, they take a damage.
Right on, yeah. I think that's right.
This doesn't, you can't move me with this ability?
I cannot move you with it, no. He's just a straight
I'll let
up
Iron Man take this
sword
one.
man. Okay, let me make sure on bleed so we know how that works. 1 damage at the end of each of its activations, yeah. Okay, here we go. 6 dice. I do have Strategic Genius on this.
It's pretty intense how often you don't get a reroll dice.
Yeah. You're not within 2, so I'm not a Master Swordsman on you. All right, here we go. First action. Let's roll some dice.
Got a crit?
Crit and a hit.
Do you keep going until you're done, or do I roll?
I think you roll, and then we do the same steps together. So you roll initially.
2 wilds.
2 wilds, nice. There's another hit for the crit, and then I'll Strategic Genius for another hit.
Hey, Strategic Genius is
I'm telling
delivering
you,
today.
right now, it's hot. So 2 damage.
Okay. When this character would suffer damage, reduce the amount by 1 to a minimum of 1. So I'll take a damage.
All right, so 1 damage, 1.
And you didn't get your bleed?
Didn't get the bleed, no, not this time.
So you hit for 4, I had 2 wilds, and then I also had Invincible Iron Man.
And then after the activation, I can move. So I'm actually going to move, I think, to the middle, because that would give me 1 healthy, 1 injured. That would beat your 1 healthy, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so then Hulk has to decide if he wants to move up, which is very reasonable, or not. Let's do that. So let's do a medium move. Let me just see kind of where I can get here. Yeah. So I'm just going to go into the nonsense here.
All right. Dogpile in the middle.
Dogpile in the middle. And then I've got a second activation with Zemo. And I can either do a straight up sword strike, or I can try to do a steel rush of some kind, or something more exciting. And I don't really want to power Cap up, you know what I mean?
I exactly know what you mean.
It's so weird how this game functions.
I feel like once you get 4 or 5 games in and start understanding the objectives, your perspective on when and why to attack gets very different.
Why don't we send another steel rush at Iron Man? Or can I be within 2? Can I? Please.
You could have moved in such a way that that was the case.
Yeah, but I don't think I can also get within 1 of the... Oh, I can move through Cap,
You
can
can
I?
just be on the dumpster as well.
Have at thee? Wow, that's extremely fun. Are we within 1 there?
I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah, that looks great. Isn't there the overlapping rule that we looked at? Does that... You just have to be able to stand on it without falling over, right? That's the miniatures game.
It looks good. We'll stick with it.
All right, so here's the new hotness. I'm going to do a sword strike, which is just a standard 5-die attack.
Who are you swinging at?
I'm swinging at Iron Man, but I am going to use Master Swordsman to give me a reroll on all of these dice. What now?
Unhand thee. All right.
Are you deflecting? Or are you going to give Iron Man the opportunity to just get wrecked?
I think it would be so unlikely for that to actually happen.
I've got full reroll on all the dice, and then a second reroll for Strategic Genius. I've got bleed on the medium, or on the wild.
I'll let you take your swing.
It's over. The game's over. You may as well just go home.
Just quit.
Hey, Pete. Hi, Pete. It's basically entirely on top of or not overlapping the terrain feature to end its movement is the rule.
So that also means that Hulk can't be on the dumpster. Here's the grand question. Can this template fit between the dumpster and the thing?
No way.
Looks like it is.
Well, then that's where I am. Can I do that? Like this? It's way less cool.
What's your range now?
It's just 2. I think I'm there. I've got 1,000.
I can't see it at all.
Yeah, I'm good.
There's a dumpster in the way and it's on the wrong side.
All right, so here comes Iron Man. Getting wrecked. Ooh, yeah. So we got that wild. That's good. And then 2 blocks that'll get re-rolled here.
A wild and a crit.
Okay, explode your crit first.
A skull.
And then full re-roll from Master Swordsman. Gets me a hit. And then we got the skull. Bummer.
Unrerollable.
So have 4 damage and a bleed.
All right, so block 2. Reduce the damage by 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take a damage.
You know, he's not bad to have that agent.
That's why I wanted to do it.
Can't help but notice.
Bleed. And then bleed. Yeah, it was like I wanted to have both. He has the Invincible Iron Man, and then Cap can protect him when I need it.
And then Eigenpower equal the damage dealt. So that was only 1 damage dealt, right? Technically.
Technically.
Okay. Done.
All right. That's it?
That's it.
That's all you got?
I got a check mark, actually. Ding. Put it anywhere, right? Now is the question. What to do? What to do? Actually, you know what? Hold on. Give me a second. Give me just a second here. All right. I might do this because I forget I can do this at the end of the thing. Where's our... Wow.
What up?
That's cool. Just this heave-ho thing. You just heave-ho some terrain.
Toss that terrain over?
I may. Go ahead. Go ahead. I can do that at the end.
All right. This is kind of the turn, you know? I feel like this is the big turn.
And you would, so you would roll a 3, basically be 3 damage coming at you, roll your physical defense, right? Against like a dumpster coming at you?
Yeah.
At 4 physical defense is a bummer.
On Iron Man? Mm-hmm. He's got a suit of armor.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to fail, though. Let's do that. Baron Zemo will use 1 power, so I'm going to play Heave-Ho at the end of my...
Weave me a tail. What's it say?
Activation. If 2 allied characters are within 2 of the same interactive terrain of size 2 or less, they may spend 1 power each to play this card. Choose one of the characters to throw it medium.
Which terrain are you choosing?
I'm going to choose this dumpster.
All right.
And then I'm going to throw it at Iron Man. And it's going to be Crossbones and Baron Zemo.
They each spend a power?
Yeah. They each spend a power, so let's do those 2.
I can't bodyguard that.
No, you cannot. All right,
The
so
dumpster's
take your
gone.
3 damage and roll your defense, your dodge roll.
So I roll 4 physical.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. The only difference is just not like a defense
And
roll.
it's the size +1?
Yeah.
Yeah, this could be bad. Maybe I should have intercepted that attack. Perhaps, my dude. That's a good play.
Yeah, thanks. All right, so roll your physical defense, add an additional die for each critical, and then apply any modifications. Okay.
1 crit.
Okay, and then roll in again.
Nothing. So I block 1.
Oh, yeah.
I Iron Man 1.
That's right.
So I take 1.
And that's not like, it doesn't say attack or anything on that?
When this character would suffer damage, reduce it by 1 to a minimum
Nice.
of 1.
See, but here's the thing. You got to shake that bleed or you're
On my next
ace at the end of your
Absolutely.
next.
Yeah.
So minimum of 1 damage is fine. I like that. Yeah, Justin, good point. I'm just throwing the painted terrain off the board.
Yeah. You can replace it with
Let's just make it ugly. Yeah, we really should, shouldn't we? That's technically the board.
The one you just threw. All right. So, this is the grand question.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You should definitely power up Doc Ock. Like, do about 4 damage.
Was that what you want? Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Funny.
Weird. Huh. So the mix I kind of want to force on you right now is I want to put pressure on the back objective a little bit.
Yeah, it's worth doing. You
Uh,
really want to tango with somebody holding
the cube?
the cube?
Yeah, I do.
Can somebody tell me what the cube does as like a
Thematically?
lore
Yeah.
thematically?
I
I still haven't watched the movies, no.
there was a what did you say?
You're just about to tell me.
Google the test track. So there was a part of me that wanted to send Hulk all the way. Just go.
Like running the screen, basically.
Yeah, it's like, well, go either deal with Hulk or give me 3 points.
Let the
around.
blockers through.
Yeah.
Go downtown.
But it's getting difficult. The thing I'm looking at now is the Avengers Assemble card. So I can move all of my Avengers, spend an energy, move a small.
It's a heck of a card.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I need to get power. Hold on. Zemo did 1 to Iron Man and 1 to Iron Man, right? For the Cabal thing that I always forget. So that's relevant. That's relevant for Counter-Strikes now.
That's important.
Every time I do damage.
So I'm tempted to play this, and then basically that would allow me to move Hulk immediately.
It's funny how those big bases move
so much.
1,000
Yeah, so I mean,
spaces.
Whoopsie. He can get downtown, you know?
Yeah.
Sword, I'm just bumping everything. That's a medium. I need a small.
Yeah, I was
All the way down.
okay.
Yeah. So I can hop over there, right? Technically, if I move, I don't know. I shouldn't be talking this through. I should be
you have to use Hulk as a big old threatener, right?
Threatener.
You got to threaten it.
What? Who do you have left?
All of them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Except for Zemo. You did
Zemo.
so much on that one activation.
Yeah, Zemo moved around. Well, you gave me all that power by making me injured.
Yeah. So my first thought is like if I get Iron Man, I can hop him back here, and he's like holding this objective. And to come and get him, you're gonna have to like really come and get him.
Yeah.
Like for real.
I have every intention
What's
of doing
Crossbones' move?
Small. He's a bowling ball.
And his range is what? I can do this now.
Yeah, look at it. His range is 2 and 3 if I have 2 power.
Do you have 2 power?
I don't. I have 0 power.
Great. So yeah, I can get out of Crossbones' range. Although you have that. Oh wait, the thing that Skull wants to do.
Skull can move him 2 if he does that little cosmic cube or that master the cube
So if you really want it, you can come and get it.
Yeah, I think a good list, should always have that as an option.
I
But
have that ability.
could Hulk come back there and smash Red Skull out of the... I mean, that's not a matchup I really want. Red Skull versus Hulk is not...
Not
where
what
I
you're
like-
after?
not
That's
where
what
I
I'm
like
saying
to
is
live.
like, I could technically, as an example, move Iron Man back, move Hulk up, move Cap up, and then it's like, my plan is to go put pressure downtown. I like the sound of that.
Okay, a little downtown pressure.
But the worst, actually I can't do that with only 3 miles. Because if I bring Iron Man back and you knock him out and you get the
Oh,
agent,
it'd be so good, wouldn't
it's like,
it?
I can't give you 5 points around.
Figured it out.
But I can send Hulk downtown. Downtown.
All right, let's look at a Cosmic Cube.
Got some
you
lore
guys
coming in for me.
delivered. Raymond, Cosmic Cube is different than comics. So the MCU is different than the comics. Comic, it was created by Red Skull / Hydra, or maybe AIM. What is that, Avengers in
No, it's
Mass?
it's the enemy think tank that came up with Iron Man 3, the bad guy.
Ah,
Mandarin.
so one,
The actual Mandarin,
Yeah.
not the faux Mandarin.
the
No, they
cube,
came up with the faux Mandarin.
the cube in the comics does whatever the writers wanted to do from the Dark Prince. It's like the Doctor's sonic screwdriver. Yeah, it's great. Nathan says you're going slower than promised.
I know. I know.
I totally agree. I've been
I-
going fast. I'm
Hey,
blazing.
I was also going fast till this very moment that it got very complex. Let's
It's gonna be like that Ultron speed run that we did at Champions. It's
Fast
like
but
7
slow.
hours.
yeah, not gonna happen. This game's almost over.
What do you guys think about the video right now? Let us know, because we went through some optimizations with our lighting and quality and bit rates and whatnot, and I think it looks pretty splendid compared to what it does, or what it used to be.
I'm gonna go with
Zach and I are a little pale, but I think that's nature more than it is lighting. Look at that.
The shot of the table looks great.
Yeah, great.
You want to show that?
cut to
Yeah.
that.
Look at this as I do my move. Just watch this shot. I'm a big fan. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go with Hulk Hogan. He's going to move.
Oh, so you're not Jabimboing.
Nope. And I'm going to Hulk smash.
Okay, what is that? Is that where you pick up the thing and then you do a lot of stuff with it?
No. Oh, no.
Oh, it's just
That's
the
funny.
normal.
It's just the
okay.
big. Hold on.
Ah, bless you.
Man, I sneeze about once a stream. It's just how it goes.
Sneeze once a day and it's on stream. Isn't
That
weird?
also could be true.
Does that work?
Once a week, actually, just on Mondays. So it's an 8-die attack.
You spent your
and
power already?
It's got, yeah, I did, all 4 of it. It's got throw, so I can move you small and stagger.
Ooh, I don't like that
But
stagger.
I don't really care about either of those. I'm just looking to bury Zemo.
Mm-hmm.
We get that strategic genius off
All
the
right,
board.
let's see if this matters. Then 2 of another allied character discarded by an enemy attack.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm just going to do it better. You ready for this?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Hulk is going to, instead of spending 4 power, he's going to Gamma Leap for 2. So I get to move a range 2, which is the same. Oh my God, I'm hitting everything.
You played X-Wing?
Just Hulk smash everywhere.
What was
but
the tournament like?
Then I've got 2 actions left. So instead of an,
This keeps going backwards. You're just getting farther away from me.
all right. Make sure yours is 5. It's 5, right?
I don't know.
All right. So instead
Is that
of
what
one
you-
8-die attack, I actually might get 2 6-dice attacks. I feel like my odds are better.
All right, so what just happened? Did you spend power? Do you really have 2 power? Or
So
did you spend it to jump?
instead of Hulk smashing, I did Gamma Leap,
Okay.
which cost me 2 to move up, and that gives me an extra action.
This is 3.
Yeah, but I have cap.
Oh, hate that thing.
All right.
So who are you attacking? You're
Zemo.
attacking Zemo with 1 attack. This is your first activation?
First activation.
First action, rather?
First action, yep.
All right, hold on. How many dice are you rolling?
6. It's physical.
It's a physical attack?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got it. Should I Master Sword from that? 6? What are the odds of, what's your average hits here?
It's 1,
Quickly,
2,
though.
3, but fast. 50-50 to hit,
Okay.
and your defense is 3 out of 8.
Yeah.
So it leans a little heavy towards attack.
Okay.
So if I'm rolling 6 and you're rolling 6, I should probably do 1 or 2 damage. If that's assuming you don't have rerolls and stuff.
All right, I'm going to go and Master Swordsman it to get
What's
the
that
reroll.
mean?
I reroll all my defense dice.
How many do you get to roll?
3.
3? Oh my goodness.
It's not much, but like I'm just trying to.
I mean, you may as well, right?
I guess. I don't want to get knocked out. I mean, exactly. That's why. How is this?
3 wilds, a hit, and a crit. So I'll blow up my crit. Go ahead, hit another crit. 6.
I'm glad I did the reroll magic. Oh, great, a skull. Here's my first all reroll. Here's my strategic genius. All right, I wish I was attacking. 1 deflected. Is that buried?
5.
Z mode. Let me see if there's anything that matters here.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
curious.
Okay, great. I thought that was on my strike. I gained power. I was like, am I going to gain 5 power?
Yeah, that would be.
It doesn't. He only gains power at the start of the turn because he's Hulk.
You pay 4 for that Hulk smash?
I didn't. I just struck.
Oh, you just struck?
Yeah, I was only rolling.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
6.
All right.
Hits like a train. Looks like a train.
Yeah, it's a real. I need to roll better. Isn't that true?
Yep. I mean, you only had 3 dice to my 6, so you even if,
Got to roll him like 7 times though.
well, now here's the thing. Crossbones hasn't gone.
No,
If I
nobody's
punch
done.
him, you can move. I can't do that.
I had to move towards you though. I mean, it's like what? it's
Toward
like-
Hulk?
Yeah.
But toward is just the arrow, right?
Well, yeah, but you know,
It's how would I even measure
it'd be
that?
like it'd be this on Crossbones.
So yeah, you can go straight towards Iron Man.
Oh,
can
not
just go right here
exactly
and just-
straight towards.
just
I
pound
mean,
him.
I'd have to get past Cap, you know. So.
Which you can just do. That's how that works. Yeah.
I'm just talking over my
I
options.
mean, what is he even? Can he even attack better if he's powered? Is there anything he does with? What's he do? It's just defense. It's just defense with power, right?
1 power minus 1 damage. He's got no power currently, and then he's got his big moves are Haymaker, Overpower. If he had 6 power, he could do like a bunch of dice. He's just a brawler. He's not fancy.
Let's do this. I have a better idea.
No, I've got a better plan.
Where's it at? Strongest one there is. Choose an interactive terrain feature or an enemy character. both of size 4 or less and within range 2, and throw it medium. The superpower can only be used once per turn. It's not even an attack. This is superpower.
Yeah, just super. He's got the goods.
So
I think he's got to die.
Hulk.
I think from now on, it's kind of like that. Wasn't
If
there
I throw Crossbones, can he? He doesn't move after I throw him. That's not an attack, right?
after an attack and targeting this, is that a superpower?
Yeah.
I don't think it's an attack.
Let's do it. Strongest one there is. I'm gonna throw Crossbones.
Yeah, because it's only the top things are attacks, right? It says after an attack, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw him medium towards Red Skull.
All right, towards Red Skull.
This is a good play.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, bring it on.
Okay. So I just throw you, right? It just happens.
Yeah, I think that's it, yeah.
All right. So straight back towards Red Skull until he hits him. Then Red Skull is gonna have to make a dodge.
So Crossbones takes 1.
Yep.
Right? 1 and 1.
I like that you got the power first.
That's all I want.
This is what really matters.
And then Red Skull, Crossbones is 2 size plus 1, so there's 3 coming out of 4 physical defense. No big deal.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Defense, a crit.
All right, so I'll take 1 and gain a power. I'm not opposed to that. Is that true? Wait, I had 3 coming. I said take 2. Gain 2 power. Yeah.
And then I have a wasted action.
That's right.
Should have just moved instead of gamble leaving. What have I done?
You keep jumping and you don't need to.
It was worth not taking the risk, because if I needed another attack to put Zemo away, I had it. But now, do I want to move anywhere?
Hulk's got to go. I'm
I mean,
over it.
I'm kind of okay if you want to start dogpiling on Hulk at this point.
It's already too late. I had to have done that on the first turn.
Yeah, so Hulk's just going to move. He's just going to move here.
Just annoy factor 5 there.
Because what's your movement with old Bones? Medium?
Bones is a small.
I just want to make it where you can't. You know what I mean?
If you finish the sentence, maybe.
I just don't want you to like be able to hop straight through here. Can you make it over Hulk?
Just barely not.
I want you to have to like go around in a weird way.
Yeah.
All right, Hulk out.
Hulk out. Okay. And so Cap is the only one left, right?
Yep.
Okay. And we've got that there. You've got the opportunity to get Cap into a problematic space.
By problematic, do you mean your objective back there?
Yeah, I do mean that. Funny you should say so.
I just can't. There's too many little things to maneuver around over here. Yeah, he could be a problem.
It could be a problem. Meantime, okay, Hulk's got no power, so he's worthless. We go to Cap, that becomes a thing. All right, yeah, how about this? How about this tasty number?
All right.
Red Skull is going to start out, and we're going to Cosmic Cube. I'm going to gain 3.
Mm-hmm. 3 skulls. 3 skulls.
And then roll
You roll
5
for
dice.
5?
Here
Oh,
comes,
5
here
skulls.
comes 5 skulls.
That'd be amazing, actually.
Right, 1. And I
So
don't,
you don't
gain
get any
power.
power from that. Yeah.
Good to know. Okay.
I can't wait to be playing against Red Skull when he does hit like 4 or 5 skulls right there.
I don't want any part of it.
I'll take a lot of pictures when it happens.
Okay, and now we've got to think about how we
Speaking of
want to
pictures,
do this.
you keep talking. I'm gonna get some pictures for social media later. That whole thing. See, last time I took
Social
pictures,
media?
a weird thing happened last time. I took pictures and they didn't show up on my phone. And then you were like, I don't even remember you taking pictures.
Yeah, I did.
But I
all of
know
those things
I
are
did.
true. And Cap can do the thing where he gains shields. Is that the thing?
Yes, it's been 2 to do that.
Oh, great.
So I don't really have a lot of power right now.
No, you don't. All right, so Red Skull is going to unleash the cube on Cap.
What does that even mean?
It means
Do I get cover from Hulk?
I spend 4 power. I don't know. I think it's only terrain in the rulebook. You should. I like the idea of it.
That's a
little-
little sentence sounds good.
It's a little more confusing, but I like it. Okay, so unleashing the cube, I'm going to target Cap. It's a 7-die energy attack.
Not playing around.
And if it deals damage, after it's resolved, this character may throw the target a small distance. And if I hit a wild, I can stun everything within 1 of its ultimate position.
Characters don't provide cover for clarity.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Just reading the chat here. Thank you for that, John. That's actually something I've seen. A lot of people think that superpowers take actions. We did too up front. A lot of people are asking about that on chat. So superpowers specifically, so there's like the list of attacks over on the top right of the card. But everything on the bottom half, unless it says takes an action, like one of Red Skull's abilities, I forget which one, the power-up one, it doesn't actually take an action, which is super handy. That's why I like Spider-Man so much. He can do 2 or 3 like throw terrain, throw a person abilities with his webs before he even actually gets to go.
All right, you ready? You got any reactions? You gonna do that thing?
The cube. Vibranium shield?
Yeah. Spend your power for it. Does it count on energy too? Why do I hate Captain America so much?
It does count on energy.
It's so bogus, right? It's like Superman. It's like, really?
He's not. He's a dude with strength.
You would think that, but look at all those abilities.
He's not doing too much. He's striking. He's throwing. I will say the magic of his shield coming, like being like a frisbee, not a frisbee, boomerang.
A disc is what the kids call it these days.
No, boomerang. It comes back to him. That's the thing that always perplexed me. It's like, how does it happen?
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's skill.
Sure.
I mean, you
the
just gotta spin it. The air currents.
Here's what can't happen. Yeah, right. You gotta angle the trajectory of the bounce correctly. It's like I hit 12 dudes and it came straight back to my hand. The thing I can't have happen is block all of this damage and not have power.
Is that true?
Because I have to be able to soak an attack.
Oh, we're playing slow again. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna just let it happen.
Okay.
Just don't knock him out.
I have a good. So if nothing happens, it's good.
Do you have
And
rerolls?
If something good happens, it's also good.
Do you have rerolls in there?
No.
All right, just don't roll fire.
No, Zemo's long gone.
Straight fire. Don't roll it.
Won't. Actually, probably the worst. The worst thing.
That's not.
I don't get the wild, which is what I need to stun
pretty bad. No
Cap
crits.
and Hulk, which is really important. Stunning Hulk and getting 1 instead of 3 power next turn would have been real good.
Hey, I have this Second Wind, which is a card I can play. All my Avengers can spend 1 to remove stun, special conditions, and remove damage.
Shake it. Shake it.
All right,
okay,
so I roll 4.
no crits, no wilds. That's a bummer. On 7 dice? I guess that's not terribly weird.
1.
1?
1.
All right, so 3 to 1. So take 2.
All right.
Call me in the morning.
Powering up.
And then I gain 1 for my
I love that mechanic.
Masters of Evil thing.
Gaining power as you take damage is just such a perfect thing to
And then
do.
after I deal damage, after it's resolved, I may throw the target a small distance.
That's not cool.
Get out of here, Cap.
It's all about those throws.
Can we knock Iron Man out here? We could. We can try. Bing.
So Cap takes 1 from that.
Cap takes 1.
That seems good.
Automatic.
And then Iron Man is going
Here's
to
the
make a
moment.
physical roll.
Against 3 damage.
It's kind of okay, though, because, like, well, we'll see what happens. 2 crits.
That's pretty good.
And a wild. I got him.
You got it.
Man.
You got it.
How fortuitous.
Okay, and then let's
In my head, I was thinking, he reduces damage by 1. Then I realized it's to a minimum of 1.
do 3 to move. I think it's going to be Crossbones within 2 of its current location.
Red Skull's got some beats.
Yeah, he good. Okay, so then we've got options here. If you want to get weird. All right, go ahead.
All right.
Cap could just, if you pass, I think I can get Cap down. What do you, I gotta do 2 damage?
Yep.
It's possible.
But then I can add I can add my 2 defense.
All I gotta do is have you tank 1 roll.
Well, what I can't have happen is you knock both Cap and Iron Man out.
You cannot have that happen.
That is
yes.
not.
That is 100% correct.
That is not a play that I am allowing to happen in this game. You know what I mean? All right, let's go for it. I'm going to play Avengers Assemble. Cap and Iron Man are each going to spend 1 to move a small.
Okay.
I
need power. I always need power.
And power is the name of the game. So, Iron Man.
Running.
El Capitan. I just can't let you have a free punch before you, like, double punch. Not so good. And then I should have done that.
On the retreat, man.
Hold on. Let's back this up. I'm going to play Avengers Assemble.
Can you back it up on a speed run?
Yep, you can.
The crowd
I'm gonna
might.
show you.
The crowd might say no.
All right. Before, because I'm going to not just be a total idiot, I'm going to play that card. I'm committed to doing it.
Okay.
But
Did you already spend the power
yeah, I
for it
spent
too,
the
right?
power.
Okay.
So we'll come back.
Okay.
I'll just do this.
It's
So
got eyes.
obviously Cap needs to go. I'm going with Cap. So I'm going to do that before I run out of dodge. Although if I punch either of these guys, it's terrifying. What am I supposed to do with this?
I've got a tax of opportunity coming your way, buddy. Don't you worry. Doesn't exist in the game. Sorry, that's not true. It's a joke. Disclaimer.
Okay, let's. I don't even know.
Make some hard decisions.
Why is Doc so good at the power?
He's good with 3 power. He doesn't have it, though.
If I hit him, he does.
That's true. Well, presumably, yes. That's true.
Indeed.
You're kind of set up for a next turn. If I go first and start dazing things, I would be in a really good spot.
That's why I can't pass.
Yeah. It's true.
That's why I have to. I want to pass so bad. You have no clue.
You got to go. You got 5 seconds.
Yeah. All right. All right.
I'm going to start the timer. We need a chess clock.
All right. Here we go. Cap is going to strike. What's his bucket?
Crossbones.
Yeah.
All right. This is exactly what Crossbones wants.
Fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs. Nothing but fisticuffs.
Wow. Hit, crit,
I
wild.
don't know why.
Hit.
Why does this happen? It's the worst thing. Okay, nothing. Great. So what are you doing? 5?
5.
Mine is 0.
Wait, you have an energy?
Y'all spend 1 to take 5, or take 4. And gain
then
4
I
power.
gain 4. And then he will.
And hold on, I suffered, so small towards is happening. Ding. And let's just get in there.
Did I have a wild? I don't know. I missed it. We'll skip it.
It didn't look like it.
Well, I moved this
Oh.
for my
What
next
is that?
thing.
What
It's
was
okay.
your thing? What
I
was
can
your
push
wild
you a
thing?
small, but it's fine. I'm just going to knock you out here.
I'm gonna knock you out.
I'm going to knock you out. We're going to shield slam for 2
Okay.
on Crossbones. He's got 1 left.
Just brick it, dude.
Brick.
Bricks. Bricks. Nothing but bricks.
That's less good than it was last time.
Yeah. Just
2
3?
and a wild. Yeah.
Okay, so I need 2 blocks to stay alive. And I got him.
Got more than enough. If the target is size 2 or less, after this attack is resolved, it may be thrown a small. How much health you got left?
I got 1 health left.
Thrown? Do I have to throw it a certain direction? Can I throw you at me?
Yeah. I think. I don't know. I do have brace for impact, so it's going to ruin your day. I just prevent collision damage. But we do need to know.
I'll just throw you a small, and I won't throw you at me.
We do need to
a
know
small.
if we can throw things into. You got to be able to throw into your own stuff, right?
Yeah, I just don't think I would do it,
Okay.
because I only have so much health left on
there's your
either of
small.
them. So I could throw you, potentially get you into this thing. Yeah, let's just do that.
And does that happen? When does that happen? Do I get to move before
It's-
that or after that?
If the well, I didn't do any damage to you. Isn't that your
Oh,
thing?
right on. Yep. Yep.
Size 2 or less before is resolved. After the attack is resolved, I can throw you a small.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw you into this thing.
All right. Brace for impact. If one or more allied characters would suffer a collision, they may each spend 1 to play this card. I guess I'll just do the inert to pain, right? If I would suffer damage, I can reduce it by 1.
And it doesn't say to a minimum of 1.
Nope.
That's so good.
The difference between me and Iron Man.
Yeah. All right. So then I'll play Avengers Assemble.
Avengers Jabimbo.
Avengers Jabimbo. Let's get Iron Man out of
You
town.
better guard the baby there.
Oh yeah, and I can't be on the objective unless I'm like completely on it, right?
I don't know.
Isn't that what we decided?
Well, Hulk sure isn't.
That's yikes. Okay, your turn.
Yikes.
I'm out of the round.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can get in there. So you're done with the round. So now it's up to me to be the maker of...
Also, apparently you ignore friendly models when making throws.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thanks, chat. All right, and Captain America can add 2 dice to his defense. Is that the idea?
Yep. He very much wants to get knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to play a game?
I'd love to go in there and get some points, though.
In the middle?
Yeah, and I wonder, there's also a piece of me that I'd also like to throw Hulk.
He's size 4 for your throw
He's
references.
size 4?
Yeah.
So I can't throw him at all. This is impossible.
I mean, he is a
2 or
large,
less,
he's
2
a
or
large
less.
man.
Yeah, so he's just sitting on the objective like a total
Hulk.
weenie. Okay, let's do range 3. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got Captain
He has a range
America.
3 attack?
Yeah, overpowered. It's cool. It's like Zangiefing around. It's really nice.
The slide attack? Is that what you're talking about?
It's where he just runs up and
Got ya.
essentially
Who did
body
the-
slam.
Oh, no. Who's the Street Fighter character that does the slide? Like, slides at your feet?
Oh yeah,
With
the
the hat
yoga
on?
guy. Oh,
No,
M.
no.
Bison?
Bison, right?
Yeah.
And he did like kept sliding, trying.
Yes, but also M. Bison does that, or the arms guy does that.
Stretchy arms.
He has that weird
Yeah.
low slide. Yes, I'm cool. I am a player of games. Here's overpower.
Spending how much?
2 power,
All right.
range 3, 5 die attack on Captain America.
Captain will boost this by 2. What kind of attack is this?
It is a physical. After it's resolved, I can place me within 1 of the target.
What?
And if I hit a wild, I can throw you small.
That would be suboptimal.
It'd be so good for me. You got to give yourself options. Isn't this what miniatures games are about?
Got the wild.
Got the wild and a good spread here. Roll no defense.
1 defense.
Yes, yes, yes. This is about to be a game breaker. Oh my goodness. 4 damage. What can you do about it?
I can't do anything.
Well, isn't that
Oh,
convenient?
hold on.
I didn't want to knock you out, though. I needed to throw you an Iron Man.
You did knock me out. So I'll get dazed and gain 2 power.
Mm-hmm.
And then El
Take 2.
Capitan is out of the round.
So after it's resolved, I place it within 1 of the target. If it's size 2 or less before damage is dealt, I throw it. Yes! So get thrown. Bing!
Oh no!
So have your little,
This should be a total scoop.
This would be so good.
So I roll 4.
Iron Man.
I need 3.
3 damage coming at you, yeah.
Let's go, Iron Man.
Man.
Ah, 3! I am Iron Man.
All right, that's all right. So I'll go within a small of Captain America.
Remember, you gotta be on it or not on it.
And then Cap's dazed, and I got 1 extra. I get 1 for Masters of Evil because, of course, I do. And now, can I do a 1-2 on Iron Man?
You just
think?
punch, right?
I think you just punch. Yeah, here we go. 5 die attack. Punch. I don't have enough for the haymaker.
What's crazy is it's gonna be such a swing too, because like coming to the next round, I have crossbones down to 1.
Yeah, it's
I go
not-
first.
There's a strategy where you tee the other team up and then wipe them all down before they get to go, which I appreciate, but I'm not that kind of a player.
This is
right
well,
now.
if you knock him out, you get so many points.
I'm gonna get a lot of points.
Yeah.
All right, there's 2. It's respectable.
Rolling 4 is physical, right?
Lose. Lose. It's 3 out of 8 per die? There's no way.
I should get 1 or 2.
I should have got more than that.
2. 1 defense, 1 crit. Explode it.
Okay.
Another crit.
All right, let's see if there's anything that matters here.
Your average is about 3.5.
It seems a little low.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and I can't throw a corpse, right? Or a dazed body. I can
Gruesome. Can I use that corpse as a weapon? No, you can't.
It's not really in line with the Marvel ethos, I
Yeah.
guess.
How do you throw? You have an ability to throw?
I hope I do.
Oh, with old Doc?
Yeah, he looks like a kind of guy that would throw something.
Yeah, he's got his little pincer claws.
But he doesn't I need that ox clutches thing to happen.
You'll have your power next round.
Well, I'll have it if I can hit you. Okay, so this is how superpowers work. I'm getting better at this.
Yeah, you move, you punch, you gain the power.
Punch, and then at the end you get to do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I hit you, yeah, that's exactly how that works.
Now, can I get within 1?
I don't think that's fit. Like
Physically
'cause, like,
possible?
hand me a small model.
So are you saying your corpse is blocking me from
You can't be on top of my
controlling that
corpse.
thing?
Yeah, he's laying there. Can you hand me a model? I just want to see something really quick.
garbage?
All right, so this is good for reference. This is small, like a good amount smaller than a base.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're more than a base away,
Right on.
we know you're not in.
Okay.
It's a little weird because you're the pocket there, but who knows?
Okay, so then second action, I need the strike to hit, basically. I think that's what I'm looking at. I don't see any way around this.
All right, what are you rolling? 4?
I'm only rolling 4, but wilds count as 2. So it could, my arms sometimes work well, and sometimes they do not.
Bam.
Now here's the other thing. Hold on. Let's. Do we really need to do it like this? Because I could also just move, get the 3 points from that objective. Next turn, I get to try to swing at Iron Man unless you do something first turn, right? You get the 2 for the agent, but if I miss here, you get 2 and I don't get 3.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's definitely the safer play.
I'm a safe person. Anytime
Because
I
like
cannot touch dice, I'll
the
do
upside is if you knock Iron Man out, you would score 2 extra points here.
Mm-hmm. And you would score -2 points.
It's a 4-point swing.
It's a 4-point swing.
That's
Am I behind? I'm pretty behind. But 4 dice against what? 4? You're rolling 4 defense?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good. That technically that favors me.
And because you moved, right?
Yeah.
Technically that and the wilds.
And
are
the wilds
dices.
are double?
Yeah. I mean, it's a perfect gaming scenario, right? Which is like you have a little bit more risk with a lot more return, but you also have the guarantee.
What would Doc do? It's all aggression. Let's do it. Strike. Coming at you. 1 crit. Great. Here we go. 2 hits.
I roll 4.
Nothing. He's not going to roll any.
I liked earlier when you just like lose.
Fail.
Got it.
Why do these games exist?
So
Okay.
I'll break that down later in a blog or something.
I think it's a fine choice. You just punted
A
it.
little higher risk and a little higher return.
All right.
But man,
Yeah, it's a real. Okay, so I'm done. We're all done.
all right.
We're all done. So let's do the cleanup stuff, right? Anybody outside of the zone? Nobody's outside of the zone.
Nope.
So we're not going to take 1. You're going to score 2. This is tied. 1 healthy, 1 healthy.
Yep.
This is, you get 2 and I get 1.
Yeah, so I score 4.
So you score 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I score 1 for Red Skull. Yikes. Not enough. We'll clear all of these out.
And El Capitan flips.
Yeah. I got your daze token out of there.
Thank you. And then power gain.
Yep, power all across. 1, 2, 3. I really needed that stun to hit on Hulk. That would have been a big moment.
All right. So Crossbones has 1. So I absolutely have to deal with him.
Yeah, probably. And then I think we got all the gamma stuff. We did all the cleanup. And then you can try to keep protecting Iron Man, basically.
So like I want to go with Iron Man because he's obviously so close to being knocked out. But I also have a way to just guarantee I get Crossbones under with Cap.
-1 activation is good.
And if I probably, Iron Man surely can take him out. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you could roll like me, and then I'll roll like you. You ever think about that?
Yeah, I did. I have thought about that.
Can we just run the? Can somebody go through these streams and run the numbers on this? I need to know if I'm being irrational, or if I am just bad at rolling dice.
Just unfortunate.
Because you know the guy that you play games with, miniatures games, who thinks that every time they're getting hosed, right?
I have actively played with people like that, yeah,
Right.
especially in X-Wing. They
But-
don't really know the odds, and they feel like they're getting they pick high-risk plays all the time. They don't realize it.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm hardly like throwing Hail Marys here.
That's
I'm
not
just
a Hail
looking
Mary.
for 2 hits.
I don't disagree with you honestly, but that's neither here nor there. What's your worst defense is
We'll
energy?
run it through.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. Friday AI is my superpower.
Oh, here we go.
During the next attack action made by this character this turn, Iron Man's going, by the way. Add 2 dice to its attack rolls. And that
Okay.
costs me 2 because I have Captain America reducing it by 1. And
I'm missing a card. Where did it go? I have a card for this moment. Avengers Jabimbo.
what's it called?
It's gone.
I have 5 cards. How many do you have? 4?
Where was it? It was the
it fall down?
escort to safety thing.
Doesn't it? No, you have to have flight.
No, it's the other one. It's the. Hold on, there it is. Sacrifice. I haven't used this, right?
Nope.
Allied character within 2 of another allied character is targeted by an enemy attack. Those may spend 1 each to play this card. The other one becomes the new target, but cannot modify its defense. So I could technically sacrifice Doc Ock. Spoiler alert, not going to happen. But I just wanted to know I had the option.
You wouldn't sacrifice him. It would just become the target, right?
Well, the thing I don't like is it says you cannot add additional defense and you cannot modify dice during the attack. And Doc Ock, when you roll dice, you gain 1 for each. If you rolled at least 1 critical, so I guess that wouldn't matter. But heaven forbid you just knock Doc out here, which is bad.
Devastating.
Devastatingly bad.
Because I also have these homing rockets that deals damage 1 to everything within 2 of the target.
Yeah. Is that what you're using?
No.
Okay.
I'm using my repulsor blast.
Okay.
But it's a 4-die energy attack with Friday AI. It's +2.
Yeah. Do you get a reroll?
No.
Okay.
I just gain power, and I can
Okay.
push technically.
So there's a chance that Crossbones can get out of this.
That's why, so I think I have to pick that attack before you play that card.
Yeah.
So technically, you could know I'm sending a 6-die energy attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I was using the homing rockets, you would absolutely not want us to do that. But I would be very tempted if I have to attack Doc here to use homing rockets on Doc next time because it does 1 to everything within 2 if I hit a wild.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's fascinating, isn't it? I mean, this card is never going to matter again.
I mean, it will. If we say in proximity, it will when you're on the next circle of life.
Oh yeah, Crossbones won't go off the table, will he?
No.
Okay.
We're
we'll
just
save
an
it. That's
activation
fine,
term.
that's
All right.
fine.
6-die attack coming at Crossbones. Whew, wild and a crit.
See, this is how I get out of this.
We'll crit in.
I never remember these good moments for me.
Nope. My 5 dead dice over here.
Nothing.
It would have been a perfect
Needed
time.
1 and then -1 health. I hate it. Okay, how much do I take?
You
1.
can only take 1.
Can only take
So then I gain 1 power. And then Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. So what I don't want is you just to be able to throw something at Iron Man and knock him out. How does
I can do that.
How does Doc
It's
Ock
literally
stuff?
just 3, and then I throw it.
3 within from 3 of you, you throw it from you.
Interactive feature or enemy character size 2 or less within 3, throw it small. If Iron Man can hit anything, he will. I guarantee. Actually, it won't matter. You're bleeding. You'll be dead at the end of your activation.
If I don't clear that right now.
Or you could clear it.
Or I could play
Baron
Second Wind.
Zemo's ultimate revenge.
Yeah.
You're bleeding.
I'm just gonna unbleed. I'll just make you do it.
Okay. All right.
Iron Man out. He did his job. Took Crossbones out of the conversation.
I still gotta kill him, right? I gotta get rid of him.
Iron Man?
'Cause- Yeah, because
Yeah,
I gotta
you
get
pick
that
up the
agent
agent.
out of there.
100%.
But I don't have to do it right now. Is the thing.
Not unless I have some fancy footwork.
Yeah. What do I need to know about all
I got the
this?
Ricochet Blast. I can't use it unless it's Iron Man's turn.
Yeah.
Second Wind. A number of Avengers can spend an energy. Everyone that does, I can remove a special condition or stun special condition and a damage from.
Mm-hmm.
Anger Management is I can damage my own Hulk. Like I can switch my power over. And then 1-2 punch. I can add 2 dice if the target is within 2 of a friendly.
Okay. Okay. Captain America. And he's now all blocks are blocking?
Yes.
Blanks are
His
blocking?
blanks are blocking.
And he's got how much health? 6?
Yeah.
Why does this exist? I'll never know.
He's
Why?
not impossible.
Oh my gosh.
He's
Are you
just
kidding me?
unlikely.
Can you imagine what it would take to actually do enough damage to kill him?
It's not that bad.
Really? Do you want to run the numbers on that?
I think the main thing is that.
You only miss on a skull and a hit?
Yep.
Yeah. And you're going to buff it by 2 every time?
Dude, that's still a 1 in a 3 out of 8 miss.
Mm-hmm.
It's barely above 50%.
Okay.
So like if I'm rolling 4 dice,
That's fair. You should only see
3?
4 blocks.
The other thing is the free damage, like the throws and stuff.
Yeah.
That's really how it gets dangerous.
That's what I'm kind of into. It's surprising to me that Doc Ock only has one thing that throws. I would think that like Flurry of Arms would throw or something. You know?
That's the first time we played the demo game. I used Doc Ock, and I was like, I feel like I should be able to throw this terrain further.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do more with it, but
And then, am I just gonna get Hulk smashed here? I mean, what's going on over here? Because like I gotta activate Red Skull before things get weird. Right?
Yeah. Well, if Hulk does come in, it's gonna get interesting.
He will do that.
Yeah, I definitely want to knock you down over there.
Okay, let's go with the Red Skull then. Let's do a Cosmic Blast on Hulk. 5-die energy attack.
Now, be a little wary. Damaging him will power him up in more ways than one.
I got the sap going on, so
Okay,
I'm hoping that it'll work.
All right.
All right, here's the Cosmic Blast from Red Skull. Woo!
Wow. 3
criticals
crits?
and a hit. See, I just don't need my luck to change now. I needed it on the important stuff.
So I rolled 1 defense.
Here's 3 more dice. All right, take 5.
So -1.
No saps.
So I take 4, and I get the energy from it?
Yeah,
Did you need a wild or something?
you get it all. Yeah, I needed... target loses 1 for each wilding attack roll, and I gained that amount.
All right, Hulk's charging up.
So I'll gain 1
Got
for...
those arms pumping.
Master of Evil, and I think that's it. That's a bummer. And then let's do a strike. Normal strike. So range 2, 5-die attack.
This physical?
After it's resolved, I'll gain damage equal or power equal to damage. And then I'll also get a push small. And it's any 1 critical.
3 shields.
And another critical.
Nice.
I don't get the push either.
Okay.
Why are there no wilds? Why do you keep rolling well? All right, no damage.
Sweet.
Great turn, Red Skull.
All
Appreciate
right.
that, buddy.
Can Cap stagger you or anything?
There were some Master of the Cube shenanigans that were about to happen, and they didn't because I have no power.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna try to not allow you to knock out. Wait, who went?
Hello, David Whitfield.
Cap hasn't gone yet, right? Iron Man went. There it is. Got it. You ready? Here comes El Capitan. He's gonna shield slam.
You just can't kill
right, wait.
here. If you do, it's awful.
Let's start with a strike. I'm just gonna strike you.
Okay.
Strike you down. 5.
Physical. 4 back at you. Perfect.
1.
What's the shield slam wild do?
The wild is I can push you a size 2 or less. What size are you? You're 2. Small away.
Okay.
Take 1.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
You get a power.
All right, 1 power.
There's that, I suppose.
1 damage.
If I push you a 2 away, I have to push you a 2, though. Or a small. There's a 2. That's a problem. I won't push you. Not yet.
Oh.
Then I'm going to shield slam, which is a 6-die attack, and then I get a throw you an S regardless of what happens.
I'm guessing I can't sacrifice a dazed character.
I'm gonna,
It doesn't say
this
non-dazed.
says you knock the character out
Huh?
to do that?
No. They just don't get to buff the defense at all.
I
know there's no way that it works like that.
All right, shield slamming.
Okay, same thing. Physical.
Yeah, it's physical. Hit crit wild.
Hit crit wild.
There's
Look
the
at
crit,
that.
nothing.
All right, crit defense. Crit.
Hey.
Hey.
But then I got to send you packing a small.
I've got a little hubris here. When I roll dice after it's resolved, gain 1 power if I rolled at least 1 critical, which I did.
Let's do this. I'm gonna toss you into that building.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So
Oh, I didn't even brace for impact last time, did I? I just used Crossbones thing. His little one entered the pain.
that's right. You didn't
Yeah.
use it.
Should I do that? Or how much damage do I take? Just take 1?
Yep.
That's 2, 3. I want the power. Can you do any weird stuff to me after this damage?
No. I was just moving you so that you'd have to move to come in and hit me.
Okay. I'll take 1 and take 1.
All right.
Yeah?
El Capitan's gone.
Okay. Picture this. Okay, here we go.
If anyone gets the reference.
DJ Shadow
Oh,
Fiends.
lol.
All right, Doc. Let's make the magic happen here. Okay, starting with Doc Ock. Should I grab the agent and run?
You have to knock me out first.
I do have to knock. Yeah, that's going to happen for sure. But can I get Cap off of... I love how Pierce is just immune to Cap's ability. It's really great.
What is?
That it changes one of your defending to a blank.
Oh, yeah, great.
Cool.
Cap laughs. Laughs at your blanks.
All right, so basically what I'm looking at is, can I get Cap off of the... so if I throw
objective?
you a small, you're off of the objective, right?
Definitely.
And then I come in, and then I slam Iron Man, of course.
So you're going to throw Cap,
Yeah.
walk in, try to knock him out, and score 4 points off of
That's
it.
what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to spike
Actually,
here.
5 points. That'd
All
be
right.
real good for you.
Doc Ock is going to start with Ox Clutches, 3 superpower. Choose an enemy within range 3, throw it small.
You got it. So,
Get into that building. Right? I mean,
yeah, for sure.
you're going right in there. Boom. Take 1 damage.
Return
Natty.
the flavor. Nothing I can do about it.
All right, first action. Let's move.
There might be a flaw in your plan.
Yeah, are you still going to be able to do the thing? The soak moment?
Yeah. So you should probably throw Iron Man instead.
I know, but it's just not as good.
It's not as good.
It's not as good.
It's better.
Wait, Cap's
oh,
injured.
he's injured.
He's
this
injured.
is perfect. All right, look.
Okay, yeah.
That way
you.
we're equal on the takesy backsies.
Yeah. All right, throw Iron Man into Cap. 1 instant to Cap, and then, or 1 instant to Iron Man.
All right. So
I'll
then
drop
Iron
the
Man drops
agent.
that within 2. Gains 1. I am Iron Man.
Do. But can I get in there? Can I step on a...
Wait, Cap has to make a defense roll.
Yeah.
So it's 4 physical, so it's 3 damage coming at him.
Mm-hmm.
3 blocks.
Does that count? What does this
When
say?
defending against attacks, maybe not. Perhaps not. I'll explode this. Oh wait, that's a hit. That doesn't even count. 2. So I'll take 1.
Good.
Good.
Look at that. Take 1 damage. All right, Iron Man dead? Gone, rather?
Knocked out, dazed.
Just dazed?
He's not gone. That would be a fatal turn in the game for me.
Okay, so I need to find out, can I get anywhere near close to this?
Yeah, you can get there.
Is that,
Definitely.
am I within 1?
You got
Yeah.
range for days.
All right, so we would have popped the agent out wherever, like here.
Yep.
Ding.
Pick it up. You spend a power to pick it up.
Spin the power to pick it up. So used Ox Clutches, did a move, and now I have 1 moment left. So let's just do a strike on old Iron Man, right?
Iron Man's knocked out.
On the other one, the fancy one.
Cap.
Yeah, I think that's all
I'll
I
pay
can
2
do.
to add 2.
I could drain some power here.
What's your
It's 4, it's physical, and
energy for every hit?
and I'm doing 1 damage. Ding, 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 ding.
I got it.
Yes, I get it.
I get it. All right, great. So then that's Doc.
Yeah.
And I took away an activation, so you're actually going to go first next time because I still have to go with Hulk.
And I guess you can come in with Hulk. You can at least probably come in with Hulk and do some magic.
Or
You can go get 3.
is that within 2?
Up to you. Yeah, that's within 2.
All right, Hulk smash. I'm going to spend 4.
Dang.
It's perfect range. I was a little nervous you're going to move him, like with the second activation. So we'll Hulk smash for 4. I get 8 dice. And I get an added die for every 3 damage that I have. So we'll be at 9. I'm going to have to buy some more dice. And this is physical. What's his physical defense?
All right. When he's targeted by an attack, I may use it. Choose another allied. No, I can't do all that. So I'm just all by myself. This is not what I want. It's physical, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Roll poorly. There's like a million hits. Why is this happening?
I got 6 out of 9.
Is that normal odds? Right? It's about normal, isn't it?
Odds would say it would be this.
Okay.
So I'm one
You're a little
damage
hot.
above odds. Yeah.
Am
But
I-
I did
how-
get my wilds, which is really good.
How many
for me.
defense am I going to get? How many should I average here? 2?
How many you rolling?
1? 4?
It should be around 2.
3.
All right. So that's good.
How about some high odds of me still losing?
Yeah, it's 3 damage.
All right, good. 3
Does that knock you out?
power. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm down.
You're not.
I'm dazed.
Then for my
You
next
got to
trick,
choose between 2 and 3 points, though. Do you want to do anything with your wilds? You can still throw me before damage if you want.
before damage, I can. Yeah, sure. Where's the small? Over there.
Still over here.
All right, I'm gonna toss you over here. Not into the garbage yet, but close.
Not into the garbage. I'm not done with you, Red Skull.
Then I'll move with old Hulky. There's no way he can position to be within 1 of both now.
No, I hope not. Is this the second round?
This is the second round. Right?
No, we
Round 2.
scored twice. This is the third round.
Okay.
I just wouldn't know it from my marker at 2.
Yep. All right, and then Hulk's gone. So that's the end of the round.
All right.
Priority passes to you because
Yay.
I did take an activation away from you.
Let me remove these dazed moments.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip.
Red Skull is gonna flip.
Ooh, I have the Unibeam now. Watch out.
And I'm controlling a 3, nothing, and I'm controlling the agent, so I'll get 5.
Yeah, getting you up to
1,
7.
2, 3, 4, 5.
And then
You've
I'll
got
score 3.
here. 1, 2, 3.
So I'm at 12 out of 16.
Yeah, I got a long road here. Okay, and now we've got. Basically, the question becomes:
I'm gonna stack up.
can I
power.
eliminate Hulk? Can I do 20 damage with Red Skull?
You need to
No,
do 16.
I cannot. Oh, 1 to everything. Yeah, that's right. That's going to be easy to forget.
Yeah, that's people online were talking about. That's like the thing they forget the most.
So really, all that I'm looking to do is,
Get Doc out of dodge.
well,
Don't forget about that. He's only got 3 left.
yeah, but I also really need to try to do something to Captain America. Because kind of no matter where Doc goes, it's,
It's just a matter of like, do you want to make me move to get to him?
well, yeah, because Hulk can go wherever he wants. I'd like to peel him off of that 3. That's not going to happen. Okay, do we have anything fancy that would matter?
So that's another thing to think about. So if I am going to get the 3 with Hulk, that puts me 1 off of winning.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that's tight math as well.
Okay, here we go. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, first I'm going to start with a strike on Iron Man. What's that? With Doc Ock. Yeah. 4 dice, double on wilds. You moving?
Can you throw him with this or anything?
No.
All right, he'll take it.
All right. Crit, hit.
This physical.
Yep.
Crit defense.
Crit, skull.
Wild.
Okay, good for you. Okay, first action there. That did not go according to plan. Second, let's go 3 ox clutches. Let's send Captain America. I guess if I Captain America you out.
Send me into the building.
Basically, how far can you go here to not be within 2? Basically, I mean, not within 2 probably of
No,
Iron Man,
definitely
right?
not.
Okay, let's do that and
Do I
then
take
take 1
damage from
damage. Yeah,
Take 1 down, pass it around. That's what I'm saying. Like,
You just got to throw him around.
Yeah, he's
Nathan's
not that
right.
far away.
He knows.
All right.
And then for my last action, I had a critical. So my scientific hubris takes effect. So there's a world where Iron Man did, but I'd have to roll nothing but magic.
Right now or on your next turn?
That's possible, right?
Have you done both things yet?
No, I just did the superpower and the attack. So let's do either a move or a strike. So I could move here and force you to defend that, but Iron Man probably comes in here anyway, dazes me and controls that.
I think if you hop there, I'm more likely to jump over with Hulk
Mm-hmm.
and then try to bury you, because then I would have this objective, plus I would get the 2 onto Hulk.
I'm gonna strike. I'm gonna strike Iron Man.
All right, hit me with it.
Straight up.
3 blanks and a skull.
Okay, cool.
Party on.
That's not gonna work. And that'll be it. Cool.
Nailed it.
We're in round 4.
All right, I'm gonna go with Iron Man, and he's going to just go crazy.
You guys got like Unibeam and all the deflect thing and all that stuff, didn't you?
Let's go with Ricochet Blast. So if Cap, this is actually pretty cool looking, is within 4, which he is, so he's gonna bounce his beam off of Cap into Doc Ock.
Is it a beam or does it have a target?
It's got a target. It's Doc
Okay.
Ock, but he's just
Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice crossbones on this. They spend 1 each, and then I'm the new target
Crossbones
of
is the attack?
Yeah, crossbones is the new
okay.
target.
So this is a 7-die energy attack, and I get a reroll.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Doc Ock can go. There's no way.
That was amazing.
I could just lose him.
Yeah. When you only roll on 2, like that could be really bad.
Garbage.
All right. This is the Ricochet Blast. So I get a reroll. I'm gonna keep these and reroll these.
I guess I'll get mine in there. What am I, 3?
All right.
Crit. Nothing. Good attack though.
So the crit.
-1.
So 5.
-1 is 4. So I'll be gone and I'll take 3 power.
And you drop the old.
Drop the boy.
So then I guess I'll spend an energy with Iron Man to pick it up. And then he's going to. Actually, I can drop that within 2 of you. Right? So I think the smart play is to drop it here.
Okay.
Then Iron Man is going to move a medium.
You'll move and grab.
Yeah. So he can't get within 1, so we'll move him here so that he's protected. I guess I have to be within 1 of that. Is that right?
Yeah, one of the thing.
All right. And then we'll spend my energy to pick it up.
Okay. Did you spend it already?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you got the agent. So you would win at this point. And I'm dazed here. I don't think there's any way that I can even come close to doing anything. Probably the best bet that I've got. So Red Skull's got to do some stuff. I have to not die to Hulk, which is not going to happen.
I mean, you're at full health, right?
For Skull?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to do 6 across 2 attacks. Is he within 2?
Not yet. Not currently.
Okay. Maybe
Right.
he has to move, but there's really nothing fancy here. Let's just try to hit. I mean, I think my best odds is trying to knock out Captain America, probably, to try to get an activation off the table.
And him off the table, period.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's specific. So let's try that with crossbones. Here comes I really need like 1 more power. Is there any way to get 1 power?
If you do damage.
Yeah, that'd be a good way. I'm not confident in that methodology. Range 2. I can try to take a crack at Iron Man? No. I kind of moved him there, but I don't think that was going to work. Oh, man. All right, let's try to hit Captain America, right? I mean, it's nearly impossible.
You got that slide?
So you have 3 thing, and I could do the overpower. After it's resolved, I place myself within 1, and you have this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could also try to knock that off of you, force you to block it with Iron Man. That's fine.
I also have the bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I mean. Or block with Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that. Let's try to do an overpower on
Iron Man?
Iron Man.
And what kind of attack is this?
That is a physical attack.
With how many dice?
5 dice.
So I'm just going to take this one with Iron Man.
Okay.
We'll take the risk.
Could be a big moment. I could hit on everything. 1 hit.
No blocks?
All right.
So I take 1?
Take 1. And then I've got, after it's resolved,
I rolled what I
can
needed to make that
place
happen.
within 1 of the target. Let's go there. Ding. And then I gain 1 for Masters of what have yous.
Okay.
And then I think we're going to cash out here on a Haymaker. That seems like what I would do, right?
On Iron Man?
Yeah. You can bodyguard it, of course, but...
I will bodyguard that one.
All right, here comes the old Haymaker strike. I'm going to add 3 dice.
I'm going to add 2 with Vibranium.
All right, let's see if your theory holds.
How many you rolling here?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Woo! So you should get 4 or 5 damage. I think it's actually 4 down the line.
Okay, 3 hits off the bat
All right.
out of 8. I don't think those are...
Average is 4.
Okay, not bad.
Oh, the blanks count.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Cool. Okay, your turn.
All right. Now, Crossbones is not healthy.
At this point, there's no way, I don't think that you don't win. What do you need? How many points do you win? 4? You've got 2 for sure. Crossbones is injured. Do you have a healthy anything?
Only Hulk.
Okay, so if you pull Hulk here, that's a win, unless Red Skull can do something about it. You haven't gone with Captain America yet?
I haven't gone with Cap or Hulk.
Okay, we can see what you do. You can always lose. Don't let your opponent not lose.
That's right. I agree with this plan. All right, let's go. Is there any way for old Crossbones to strike back at me?
Nope.
All right, let's go with Cap. He's going to get a medium move on. Let's just force the issue. Put him like here.
Wookie.
And then he'll strike at Crossbones.
All right. 4 defense.
Sweet Lord. 2 crits, 2 hits.
1 crit.
And a wild.
All right. 1 defense.
Take 4.
Take 4. We did it. 2, 3, 4 power and 4 damage.
And then, why not? Let's play Second Wind. They'll all spend 1 to heal the damage and remove a stun.
Ooh. Fancy.
And then you're up.
So move and attack, basically?
Yep.
So
Simple as that.
This is currently just contested, right?
Yep.
So no points there. You got 2 on Iron Man. You got 3 here. 100% chance.
Yeah.
So basically...
The pickle is like, you can contest with Red Skull there, but then I can move Hulk here to score 2, or vice versa.
I just need... I need you to die. Of course you would die. Okay. Captain America. You can block everything, right? So I have to deal damage to throw you. That's the problem. It works. I could also try to drop that. So we've got Iron Man that we could drop. I don't know. I just don't know. But I can do a little movie, and then I don't have enough for that. Or I can do a 4. And I don't have enough for that. So let's start this thing off with, let's see, if I do 3 for an action, cash that in for the move, I may as well just do a medium move, right? It's funny how they give you opportunities to be bad at this. It's really, really good. There's nothing to do here. Do you see any grand? There's nothing, right?
I think the
Nothing.
way I set up the pickle there's nothing, because you can't stop both objectives, and you
No.
also can't get the civilian out of Iron Man's hands.
Yeah, because Cap's got how much power? 3?
Mm-hmm.
So the only chance you've got is, can you get rid of Cap and Iron Man at the same time? I mean, what kind of a world would we live in where that's possible? I don't know.
Have you seen Endgame yet?
So I could just move the 2 and then have 2 power to do a Cosmic Blast? That's about the only option I've got. Check this out. All right, 2 power.
Well, the other thing is, if you can contest that and do something to move Cap,
That's about the best we've got, isn't it?
that would stop me from winning.
Well, assuming Hulk is not just going to smash, which that's happening.
Oh, you know what? Actually, that wouldn't, because then I just move Hulk to the middle and score those 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So let's go. Let's go a medium or a 3 to do my little master the cube thing. So I'll move 2. Maybe this will be enough. Whoop. Okay. And then let's do a Cosmic Blast range 4. 1 power on Iron Man.
all right. What kind of attack is this?
It is an energy attack, and it is a 5-die attack. Would you like to block it? Or bodyguard it, rather?
This is your first action?
First action, yeah. Superpower move. and
Iron Man
then-
will just take it.
All right. So this is an option, right?
Definitely.
If I roll 6 hits because of the crits.
You got to crit and get 6.
And then you roll nothing. This is all very possible. All right, there's 3.
Yeah, you weren't exactly wrong.
Cooking with gas there.
2 blocks.
All right, so 2 versus 3. Take 1. And then I have no wilds, unfortunately, so no power sapping. I will get 1 back for the old Masters of Evil nonsense. And if I had gotten 1 more, that would have been... Actually, I needed 2 for the Cosmic Blast for that to really work. And then I've got another attack, so let's put it on Iron Man again.
All right.
Maybe you won't bodyguard it.
I'll bodyguard it. And I'll give myself +2 dice.
Maybe it's an opportunity. 3 damage.
A lot.
You got it.
All right, blocked.
All right. I think you got points for days.
And then technically Hulk can smash.
Do you want to do it?
Sure, he'll
Just
just
to
smash.
show it. Let's see if Red Skull really would have been eliminated, because a lot of the plan was about that.
Hulk smash.
Was it physical?
Yeah.
1 defense.
Only 4.
Okay, I'll take 3.
And then strike.
Get wrecked. Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. That's what we need. 3.
3.
All right, so he wouldn't have gotten smashed. Not that
Just
it really would
close.
have mattered too much.
Then I
don't
score a
think.
whole bunch of points.
Yeah.
Hey. All right, and so we clocked in at under 2 hours.
Good. Just under 2, right?
About turn 2, we stopped playing fast. Yeah, fast-ish.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think that's probably about, I mean, if you're looking at an average game, that's probably about what it looks like.
Yeah, I think
You have
most,
moments where you got to think, and you start out not thinking.
and most games go to turn 3 or
Then-
4 from what I've seen,
Yeah.
once people know what's going on. And we're also short a model, so who knows what that does to the time frame.
The thing that strikes me about this Skrull Agent one is...
Justin says an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, good. Great, Justin, thanks. The Skrull Agent one, we've played it twice now, and both times when you're able to roll to discover it, and then, essentially, I feel like you're at such a disadvantage to try to chase the person down with that agent and daze them, because you're having to spin things moving. So when you discover it, it's just like, if you discover it first turn, it's like, well, that's kind of 2 points for the rest of the game. It's
Yeah.
very hard to get that agent off
It just
of.
starts rolling.
I feel like we need more cards, especially tactic cards that, if this attack hits, drop an objective or something.
Sure.
That would actually help to eliminate that kind of luck-based somebody
Stuff.
discovers it and then is like, I've got it.
Yeah.
It's mine. What do you think? Anything in particular?
The main thing I was thinking throughout was I feel like the Avengers, at least the way this scenario was laid out, it was very good for me.
The synergy is pretty obvious with the Avengers.
Yeah,
like they are.
I feel like yours. I feel like your stuff benefits from having more models on the table. Because you have the Red Skull every time you're doing damage, you're gaining power. You have the Strategic Genius or Mastery or whatever that's called with Zemo.
Yeah.
Whereas like mine are just denser.
Yeah, they
units.
work better as a unit. It reminds me of the Legio stuff that Jonathan plays in Arena Rex. It's like they just brick up, and then it's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I have to break them up, but all of the advantage is on me attacking them, and their defensive advantage is so big that, like, what are you supposed to do?
That's kind of how I felt, right? Because Iron Man does the preventive damage. Cap can soak the attacks. Hulk, you don't want to do damage into. So particularly, but that's where I think the objective choices are going to be really important.
Yeah.
Because these, I felt like it keeps the game in the middle, and it also like is capture the football. You know, it's like once I had the football, it's like that's very much in my advantage.
Yeah.
But
and it's easy to stay in range too and still play the game.
100%. But I think that there's a lot of objectives that are more spread out. And that's where I think having a lot of models and having a lot of movement and the ability to go like contest several at the same time is more important. But this particular combination of scenario, I think that was just a critical piece.
I would
of this.
also, I would love to see more like throwing in the game. You know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like those are some of the best moments. I think is whenever you can figure out how to move things around.
I wouldn't be surprised if they definitely kept that in check early. Because like if the first game you're playing of this
getting
was
thrown.
like everything is going everywhere all the time.
But I wouldn't expect to see more than one or two throws on each model. Because like, you know, the hubris, the ox clutches that Doc Ock is bringing, that's his one movement ability that he's got. I've got one on Crossbones.
I think Spider-Man's the only one where the core set that has two.
I don't even have a throw on
You have the like move
Red
your
Skull.
own
It's a
model.
push, but it's not a throw. Push
Yeah.
it. So it's kind of weird. Like there's not as much throwing as I expect in the game. Zemo doesn't
Tossing
have any.
people
You know what I
around.
mean?
Yeah. Well, he's not. I mean, look at him. He's not going to
No,
pick up
he's a sword man.
crossbones or something.
I think, you know, a year from now, if I'm building a list, it's all throws. You know why?
possible.
Instant one damage.
Instant one damage is high value. Well, positioning plus instant one damage is very high value. But I think about some of the characters. I have no idea what they do yet, but like Vision, I assume is going to be like
Or like Doctor
movement.
Strange, probably?
Yeah.
Would he throw stuff a lot?
He would like open up a portal and you go. It's like the Portal game. Have you ever
Yeah,
played the video
I
game?
have.
He opens one, you pop out on the other side of the board or something crazy. But I wouldn't be. I mean, even though the Hulk pack came with the like throw, where I can like throw one of my own models 5. So I don't know. I think obviously in a miniatures game, movement and positioning are insanely critical, and particularly when you have objectives that are being played and not just defeat the other team. So I would understand if that's the one thing that they're like very specific on how much is getting put into the game. Because if you could have five or six models that are just tossing things around all the time, but even at that
It would be
point,
pretty busted.
it's like terrain will also start disappearing. So then like that's less as long as your models aren't clumped up. That's kind of the negative of the Avengers, in my opinion. It's like
yeah, you should be able to throw them into. That's probably I feel that way because it looks like it was the best tactical decision. Is always can I smash these models together?
Well, you get a free damage and you get you hit for several damage
dodge
on
roll.
the dodge roll,
Which is
pretty
equivalent to
strong.
rolling like 6 dice, 5 or 6 dice.
Yeah.
You know, and hitting an average.
Well, and a lot of the abilities trigger off attacks, not off of the dodge and the throw. So some questions coming out. Can you throw people off the board? No, you can't. You can throw them to the edge, I think, but it doesn't go any further than that. Micah asking if they're objectives or is just defeat everybody.
It's so objective.
Totally objective based. Only one model left the table in this game, and it was that the game was over.
It
by
always
then.
happens easier than I expect.
Models going away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like getting days and stuff. Like one really swingy attack and you're off your days or you're off the board. So that's where it's kind of like at a certain point you just start throwing dice at things that are problematic and hope that eventually but that's where like the Avengers always -1 for Iron Man and then blocking with Captain America getting +2 to defense. When you have the blanks, it's like no amount of throwing dice at the problem is going to win at that point. So that's something to keep in mind. It's like some models you can just like, well, maybe this will do 6 damage, and then some you're like, no.
Yeah. Well, with the Avengers, it's totally that balance of I'm forcing you. I can mitigate your attacks or I can retarget them. Even when you retargeted, you could have retargeted mine. Is interesting, but to get rid of any of my characters, you have to really go at them. Because like you knocked daze both of these, but you didn't knock either of them out.
And you don't really want to daze Captain America.
No, not unless you're really going to go.
But like but you kind of have to because he's going to soak up the damage. He's going to take those attacks anyway.
Yeah, I almost think unless they're playing super like protective of Cap, that it's like you're either like you have to go at him because he's gonna soak attacks.
I'd be honest,
right?
like playing against Cap as much as I have, there's no way you kill him in injured mode. It's not possible.
He only had 3 health left.
It's not. I mean, you could throw him like maybe once or twice a turn, but like none of my attacks are ever going to get through that.
That's interesting.
There's no way.
Okay.
There's no way.
I want to test that.
What's his defense? 4?
4
on everything, and you're going to get +2 most of the time. So 6 dice. My highest attack as Red Skull was 7, and your blanks are hitting his defense.
He should average about 4.5 defense.
Yeah, which is really like 5. What does 7 dice roll on average on
3.5.
hits? So
if you're not.
Yeah.
But that's where so I was looking at it, and there was a couple times when I almost did a like either ricochet blast plus a 1/2 punch, or
I kept looking at this card, and I just never found a time I wanted to play it.
2 dice added.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, but it could be good.
I played it on one of my attacks, the one that I took crossbones or Zemo on. I don't remember which one it was. But
And the tactic cards you got to get right too. You've got to figure
Totally.
those out. That's a hard thing to keep in mind.
I think it's the combo of finding the objectives that are really good for your team, and eventually there'll be a lot of different objectives, right? Like I think that's going to get pretty crazy. And then the tactic cards are super important, but like you have to be able to, as an example, he's one of the models in the core set, which is Captain America, and people are going to play Captain America.
Yeah.
So like, in one way or another, you got to find a way around the mountain.
Maybe it's just models with more throw. I think maybe Ultron has more throws. I can't remember. I got his card over here. Can he throw? Is he my answer?
Is he the
Also,
answer?
I mean, bleed would be pretty solid against America, but you got to hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, kinetic field generator. So I think it's probably like Ultron and Doc Ock just have to get those 3 power just throws and just start making it happen.
Yeah.
Ultron's also got the bleed, so he might be kind of a natural counter.
Cap answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's also like, obviously, in the mirror match, it's whatever, but Hulk could also come in. Hulk could do enough damage. I don't know what MODOK does either.
Yeah, maybe MODOK does.
But we're early on. But it's miniatures, right? There are going to be good models that people base lists around, and you're going to have to find, your list has to have an answer to that thing.
It's the old X-Wing philosophy.
Yeah, it's like if you, every time you're testing for X-Wing, there's like TIE Swarm. You just got to be right. Aces, Imperial Aces, right?
The other thing that I'm interested in with this game is voluntarily getting more power without just getting attacked.
Yeah.
It's a weird balance because I'm basically looking at, if you don't touch Doc Ock, I'm at turn 3 before I can use this Ox Clutch's ability, right? So like there's got to be maybe a team tactic card or something that comes in where you can transfer power to other characters, because it feels like there are some characters that just do nothing until it's time for them to
We
gain
actually
power.
saw that with one of the Hulk cards. I didn't play it. But
Oh,
the
good.
anger management.
Anger management?
A
Is that the one where you do damage?
A non-Hulk
and-
character spends energy. Hulk takes that much damage, and he gains that much energy.
Okay.
So it's basically, you know.
So Hulk could solve that problem.
Yeah, but that kind of card is the kind of like card you're talking about, which is the transfer. That's basically transfer of energy. So.
All right. Well, let's go to the cards.
The champs.
Let's go
the
to champions. There's probably a format at some point where, I don't know, we play something in champions and then we like resolve the
Play
next
it out
step
here
in
somewhere.
Crisis
Well,
Protocol.
they're doing the with Crisis Protocol, the Thanos, like I forget the name of it. Basically, he's a certain type of like scenario or something. It's like 2-on-1 or 2 against Thanos.
Oh, like a raid style
raid,
thing?
raid's the word they were using.
Very cool.
So in that way, like you could definitely like, let's say it was a 3 scenario story in Champions. It's like the middle one is against a certain character. It's like, we're gonna do a raid instead, actually.
It's always the dream,
which
isn't
is
it?
pretty cool.
All right. Well, anybody who's watching, if you want to jump in on Crisis Protocol, there's core sets, which is the best way to get started in the game. It's a great deal. The core set's a great deal. And then if you want to keep up with the game after it's released, we've got subscriptions for that. And Champions players, if any of you are watching, obviously you kind of know how this works as well. We've got Hero Pack and Scenario Pack, or I'm sorry, Map Packs, and I say Map Terrain Packs, and Mats. It's like all of the mini stuff that I don't normally deal with. So you can get all your models, you can get all your terrain, and or you can get all of your mats. Subscription service, 20% off. shows up on release day or super close to it, depending on how the Postal Service handles things. And then we charge you a couple of weeks beforehand. So it's like a pre-order for these things, except it's all of the downsides of pre-orders are removed. You
Sure.
don't put any money down.
Well, and I think
won't hold up things if they're combined into your order and then one of them gets delayed and then the whole order gets delayed. All of it's just taken care
that's
of.
one of the big things, because there's been, I see it every day, questions about when is this coming out, when is that coming out, and no one knows. But if you sign up, we take care of it, and you don't have to worry about it, which is the goal of subscriptions.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll be right back with some Marvel Champions. And until next time, keep playing.